This is sisters Ashley and Angela.
And this is Sister Rooy. Recently, I've been following someone on Instagram. I don't know if you have heard of her. I might have sent you some of her things. But her name is Elise Myers.
I think she has dark hair.
Yes.
I vaguely remember a video.
I've sent you some of her things. Mm-hmm. So she had posted something that got me spinning a question in my mind. And I was like, I'm going to ask Angela this. So here we are. So
Great.
She went to some event in New York or somewhere. I don't know. Don't know what the event was. Can't recall without pulling up the thing. But at this event, they were giving away free tattoos.
Ugh.
And my question to you is, would you get a tattoo if it were free, if it was by an actual legit good artist?
I think it would depend on the time in my life.
Now would be the time.
I
don't know what kind of event you would be going to at this moment in time.
To get a tattoo, I'm really not, I don't know. I don't think I would, because I still just wouldn't. My gut tells me that I wouldn't. I honestly think the only time I'm probably going to get a tattoo is like if someone super close to me died. Like I think if Jake died, I'd get a tattoo somehow.
Would you get a tattoo if I died?
I don't know. It's just, Jake and I have talked about tattoos in the sense of he could see himself getting one, I think related to his grandma, his granny. And I really don't have an interest. I think some tattoos are definitely cool and awesome. I don't think they're ugly or anything. But I really don't have a desire. I have enough fun with the fake temporary tattoos that we've done.
Oh yeah, we've done some temporary fun stuff for bachelorette parties and girl nights.
But
concerts.
There's nothing at the moment that is so meaningful, but I feel like possibly if you died, I might think of something. But it would have to be like,
the Sister Rooy kangaroo right on your shoulder.
Totally. Yeah, and now that we've done this Sister Rooy podcast, and that like Sister Rooy just was forever ingrained with us anyway before this, I'm like, I could see something with Sister Rooy, but I don't know. It's honestly, if I got a tattoo, I just think of 4 family members at the moment. I don't know. Depending on if our brothers went in some crazy way.
4 family members. Guys, we have at least 6 family members, and she's married with kids. No. The math ain't mathin'.
My math is Jake, Emma, Zach, and you at this moment in time.
Wow.
Because
if one of the parentals died.
My main thing is, I just think if you, Jake, Emma, or Zach, in some weird, crazy way, died, I just really think about it as through death. Somebody close to me that they die and something super meaningful that came from it, or that I wanted to just always remember. I feel like that is what is going to prompt me to get a tattoo.
What if I had died in the time period of our void when we didn't talk?
Would be scarred forever.
Would you have gotten a tattoo?
If you died during the void.
Yikes, huh? So for our listeners, as Angela ponders, whoever's listening, our family never had tattoos. Parents didn't have tattoos. I don't even know of any extended family who has tattoos.
Maybe a cousin. Like, there's very few people in our families that we would
5,
know.
I feel like.
I mean, who knows? Somebody might have a tramp stamp. Who knows in our family?
Yeah, maybe.
Haven't seen everyone in a bathing suit.
Yeah. Regardless, no one in our family. I don't know if it was something mom and dad were just like, we disapprove of these, or they...
We need to add that to the list to ask them if they would...
Like, I wonder if Jason and Jeremy ever wanted a tattoo or anything, if that was ever brought up to mom and dad. Because I'm sure they worked with some guys at the golf course who definitely had tattoos.
Yeah. I mean, we know somebody in our family who was married in. Joni.
But how does Jason feel about those?
I think he loves it.
Maybe I don't want to know.
Wouldn't he? I'm just like, Joni, it makes sense.
Yeah. Okay, still, so less than 5, I feel like people in our family.
Yeah, we can count maybe 2 people that we think have tattoos.
Yeah, so I just don't remember it really being, like, Justin, he grew up with his parents saying, if you get a tattoo, we will disown you, pretty much, like, you will be kicked out of the house.
Really? I don't know. Did you have that belief from our parentals?
Yeah, I don't know where it really came from with us, and that we weren't around people who had them, I guess, often.
Yeah.
But I know I have plenty of friends who have them.
Yeah.
But when I first started dating Justin, he was like all excited to move out of his parents' house and get tattoos and whatever. And I was just like, I don't find them appealing personally. And I think he has then taken a step back and been like, okay, if you don't find them attractive or anything, then I'm not going to get them. And now it's funny because looking back, he is kind of like, now I'm happy I didn't get anything when I was younger, because I don't feel like those things have as much meaning to where I am at in my life right now. But I felt like I knew your answer was going to be, no, I don't want any tattoos. But I was like, what if it was a free tattoo that they were just giving out?
That is interesting, purely because of the financial aspect. Because I'm like, part of me is legitimately great tattoos are a decent chunk of change.
Oh, yes.
Like when I found out somebody's shoulder tat was like $1,000, I was like, absolutely not. Mine's going to my mortgage payment. Like, it is just not a priority for me to do that. And I can get an awesome looking temporary one if I really wanted one.
I know people that travel to different states for specific tattoo artists.
Yeah. I mean, some are decently well done. Like I said, very artistic. I'm into art. I love creative types, all this stuff. And there are some tattoos that I have seen where I'm like, if I was to get a tattoo, like, I like how that one's placed. There's one girl in my college class, and she had these beautiful pair of doves on her wrist. It was the most delicate looking tattoo, where I was like, honestly, I loved it. And I always think of that tattoo when tattoos come up. But I just think if I were to get a tattoo, the only thing that's going to be super meaningful to me is to tie me to somebody who has died in my life. And at this moment in time, I mean,
I've made the cut.
Yes! Yeah, something. I'd really have to think about what it would be.
It's funny because I don't think I've honestly thought about if you died, if I would get one.
Yeah. If tables were turned, the tattoo is free at your event that you're going to. You getting one?
I might. If it was free, I might get something small.
There's the other aspect that you could get a tattoo that no one even knows where it is. If it's in your mouth, your scalp.
Oh my gosh, I'm not getting it in the mouth. Or my scalp. You're making me itchy.
We had our neighbor growing up, the mom of one of your friends, lived in our neighborhood.
Yeah.
Found out that she had either a tattoo.
Yeah. I do remember
on her
this.
scalp,
It was
or
on her
was it in
scalp.
her mouth?
It was on her scalp.
Okay.
Like music notes or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was like a piano, something.
Yeah, music notes.
And then I don't know how I found out that people do tattoos inside their lip, but interestingly enough, it came up in a Love is Blind episode where some girl had her favorite fast food place tattooed on the inside of her mouth, and I was like, absolutely not.
What, just like McDonald's?
Taco Bell.
Oh my
gosh,
gosh.
she had. I was like, no, I will not have my favorite fast food place. It has to be way more meaningful than that. But I've also loved the concept of a hidden tattoo. But
not inside the mouth. With your trauma, with things that you've had to do with your teeth and surgery and stitches and braces. Angela did not do well growing up with teeth things.
Yeah.
So funny enough is Justin will still bring up the tattoos and everything. And now his view has shifted to being like, if I got anything, it would be to honor the boys, Ace and Sam. So he's talked about like a Ace of Spades or Ace of Hearts or something type of thing for Ace.
And Samwise Gamgee.
The Lord of the Rings ring. Sam was not named after Samwise Gamgee, but we do love a good Lord of the Rings movie over here. And Angela calls him Samwise.
He is my Samwise.
He's the best little dude. Maybe we'd get a little bird. Anyway, I don't know what he would do for Sam, but I just know that he said I'd honor them in some way if I did. And I was like, I'm still like not yes about it, but I'm not like opposed to it strongly if it's for them because they're our boys. So I definitely if something happened, I might
if I died
it.
Tomorrow.
I was talking about my babies.
I'm moving on to if you'd get one for me.
Justin died, I'd consider it. And I always said if Mom died, I think I told Mom this one time. I think I told Mom this one time that I would honor her, and she was like, "Why would you do that?" So I know how Mom feels about tattoos, but
they're still like, "No, don't do it."
I'd be like getting it, and like she told me not to do it. But here I am, the rebel youngest daughter in me. But no,
she'd just be like, "Yeah, whatever."
I've told her, or growing up, she always sent us out the door anytime we went to school saying, "God be with you."
Yeah.
And so I had always thought about if she had died early on, I would consider getting a GBWY somewhere small that only really I knew about so that I would be like...
You'd do the acronym versus...
the whole thing written out. Maybe I'll have Mom write it out in her chicken scratch. Then no one will read it. Only I will know. Yes, with a little smiley face with a little hair.
Might as well just do an index card.
Yes, why was that her go-to note?
It's so great. She always did her initials and then the smiley face with the hat.
Yeah, it was like a little hair or hat, whatever it was. It was a little loop on top of this little smiley face.
We should ask her to just do it again.
Maybe we would just get the smiley face with a little hat.
So great. Should put that on some merch. Sister Rooy merch. The
Honestly, I just need the smiley face on a baseball cap.
Honestly,
man. Yeah. But yeah,
because there's nothing like it.
Mom always, if we had like a school note where one of us was sick or we had to go home early or we were getting picked up early going off the school bus with another kid, she always wrote to whoever we had to give this note to on an index card. Even if I was telling her, because back then, we didn't have phones, so we had a laundry. It wasn't even a room. Our laundry was in a hallway and they had these sliding doors. And even if I had to let Mom know something, I would take an index card and I'd tape it on the door and be like, wake me up at 6 a.m. I gotta get ready for picture day.
Oh my gosh, so great. I forgot about all of that.
Anyway, I've thought about God be with you, which is so funny because I don't know why it just really connected with me now that is something you say during Mass when you're just saying God be with you and also with you and shaking hands with the congregation.
It's very sweet.
But it was very sweet. We were always headed out the door and she would always say that. That was the last thing she said to us going to the bus stop. And I never really thought about if Dad died. Maybe like cross or something. I don't know. I'm trying to think of what I would do if Dad...
It's funny. I feel like with Jake, I already know what my, if it was a quote or something, it would be like, you've got this. Because it was from our very first date that, like, we just joked about the ridiculous amount of times we said it to each other because we were golfing.
Yeah.
And it was like our encouragement, and we just thought it was hilarious. So I feel like I already know what Jake's would be if he died sooner than later.
You got this. I would have thought that it would have been something with Bud. Hang in there, Bud.
No, that's for friends. Jake does not refer to me as that.
Yeah,
I'm his
that's
honey
true.
booze.
Honey, boo, 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 boo. I always think of How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days.
Not like that.
That's what I imagine, even though I hear you guys say it all the time. Yeah. I don't know what I would get for Justin. I'd have to really ponder it. We have so many inside jokes, and I wouldn't want it to be, like, I'd want it to be sweet. Anyway, if I were to get a free one, I don't know what it would really be at this point. Probably something for the boys. But all I know is Elise Myers, who sparked this conversation, she had this event that she attended, that she got this, and she does have children, and I think she also already has tattoos, but she got, I think, she's a book lover, and she got some, like, books on her forearm or something. I was like, it's cute, but I'm not a bookworm.
You are not?
No.
If anything, you should just have, one of those no signs.
Yeah. No books. No what?
So laughing onto the word math.
No math. So rude. The math is so bad these days.
It's so bad.
It's so
I
bad.
was curious, the conversation after our girls' night when I was like, this is what you owe me.
Oh my gosh. No, I am not getting into how I did that. I was so confident in what I owed you. And I did it 2 different ways. And I was like, yep, it's correct. Before I had internal voice saying to myself, okay, I have done this math 2 times. I have done it. I know that this is correct. This is what I'm sending her, and she can back me up. And then you're like, I got this, which was like $10 different. And then I did it a 3rd way, and I came to that conclusion as well. And I was like, don't even ask.
I know. I think I read your text message when I was going to the bathroom to brush my teeth and go to bed, and I just read your messages, and I'm just like, oh my gosh, cracking up in the bathroom, and I had to be quiet though because Jake was already sleeping, and I'm just like, oh,
Like, this is so wrong.
and I love it.
Yeah.
I just love the further proof and continuation of it. That's all.
That's okay. The other day, our friend tried to gaslight me into thinking that I was older than her, and I've known her for 10 years at this point, plus maybe, I don't know, give or take. And I was just like, I'm older than you? And she had, like, left the room to go do something, and I'm sitting there with all of our other friends, and I'm like, how old are you? What year were you born? What year did you graduate high school? I'm like, no, I am not the oldest here. It was her. And so she comes back, and I'm just like, what? Like, I am not older than you. You are older than me. And she goes, why did you think that I was older than you? And I was like, what year did you graduate high school? And she said, 09. I was like, that right there, because I graduated in 10. And she's just like, yeah, because I was born in 1991. So I am older than you. I was like, dude, you messed with my brain for a full 10 minutes just then. Anyway, that was crazy. Back to tattoos. So definitely no books, definitely no math. I don't know.
I think for Justin, maybe you'd get a lobster. You'd get a claw, and he'd get the other claw.
Because I'm not going to tattoo his dead body.
Well, no, maybe when you're both alive, you both get a claw, like your PFFs.
You think that we're each other's lobsters, like in
you guys
Friends?
say it all the time, of
You're
course,
my
because
lobster.
I'm just saying.
I think that was in our
That's what
vows. We might do like a lyric that we had in our vows. We
Yeah,
do
I'm
love
like
it.
something with your Mariana's Trench love or this lobster thing, because I feel like I have heard the lobster thing before with you guys.
Oh, well, I've posted about it before. I don't know. but it's friends. We love friends. I don't know.
I know. A lot of people refer to each other as the lobsters.
Yeah. So it's not that special, you know? You need something more than that.
I suppose. I don't know.
Yeah. But if you died in a pretty tragic way, I guess I'd probably consider it. But like
the kangaroo?
I need to think on it about what I would get for sure. Would you ever do like a sister tattoo if we're both still alive?
I've thought about it.
And would we, if mom or dad died early on, would we have done something together? Like I know I've had friends who, if a parent passed away, they would, with their siblings, go get like sibling tattoos.
That's a great question, too, to add to the list. We need to make a list for all our family gatherings, what we're going to ask the...
Ain't no way Jason or Jeremy are ever getting a tattoo.
You never know. If something tragic happened,
I don't
they
know.
might be
All
compelled.
I know,
Our spirits might be whispering, you need a tattoo.
the spirit of us compels you. Isn't it supposed to be like...
The spirit of God compels you?
when you're getting an exorcism?
I don't know.
You're throwing holy water at the person? Oh, man.
I don't know why I'm laughing at that. It's just
I would hope that if I died at a young age, Jeremy would forever put on his body the word butts. Just to honor me. Because he won't let it go. Jeremy is my tried and true. He will always call me butts. Jason will, but
I could see Jason getting a tattoo.
I don't know.
If we died in a tragic way. Especially if, like, both of us died.
Oh my gosh.
I don't want to...
How morbid did this turn? But for real. I'd be
that
curious.
brings me back to, I have to bring this up because I just thought it was so funny. I can't remember what the thought was. I can't. But what does it mean when I tell my husband, Jake, my intrusive thought, but he thinks it's my normal thought? It's just, my intrusive thoughts are so normal to him now that it's just like, he's just like, it's not as dark and throws him like it used to. In which case, I'm just like, he's gotten used to the fact that I think intrusive thoughts all the time. Anyway, back to
where this came from. Was it because we were talking about both of us dying at the same time?
Yes.
Well, actually, I just talked to Justin the other day about what he would do if me and the boys died in a tragic car accident.
And
he was like, why the heck would you ask me that? That's depressing. And I was like, you never know. I was having some bad intrusive thoughts that day. And I would like to think that he would definitely get me a tattoo. But it's also just like, why is getting a tattoo, why do we associate something bad happening to get a tattoo?
I'm just saying...
To honor them. Because that was mom's whole thing. When I told her I would probably do this letter acronym thing, she was like, why would you... Like, I don't want you to honor me in that way. That was her response, I feel like. It was just like, that's not how I'd want you to honor me, with something permanent on your body.
Yeah, I mean, it's not that when I think of somebody close to me dying that I automatically think a tattoo.
Yeah.
It's just when you ask me what would
It take
make me even
for you
think
to get
a tattoo, I'm like, maybe that. But it's a big maybe.
Yeah.
And like when you say a sister tattoo when we're alive and well, and it would be meaningful and fun, I'm like,
maybe when we get to like 80 years old.
Yeah, my biggest thing is like
get a tattoo.
Yeah, I know in this current state, I even think of the fact that tattoos, I mean, I'm very particular about foreign things coming into my body, whatever, and all natural for when I'm breastfeeding and going through pregnancy and stuff. You know, even though things like that are probably safe and all of that, I'm like, just keep any foreign whatever out of my body. I haven't even painted my nails, maybe once in the 2 pregnancies that I've been in, because I'm just like way over the top in that regard.
Yeah. I just knew also, out of everyone in the family, I am the one who has dyed my hair. And I do remember growing up, our mom has had gray hair since she was 40, full on gray hair. And so that's really all I remember mom to be, is just gray hair with mom. And I recall...
Always natural.
Yes, and I just recall all 4 of us kids, I feel like asking her, why don't you dye it? Or if that were to happen to us, we'd probably be dyeing it. And so I'm wondering at what point that changed for you, because you say now that you would just, I feel like you've said now if you were to go full gone gray, you'd just embrace it. Yeah. Which is just very much where you are with everything of what you just said. You just are all natural, whatever.
Yeah.
With putting things in your body.
I don't know if I asked Mater those questions in the sense of I thought she should dye her hair. I think whenever I would have asked her, it was just mainly out of curiosity. Like, did you ever dye? And I think Mater did try one time, and she ended up not liking it at all. It was like a yellowed tint or something of what she did to her hair.
She did a like really light trial, I feel like, before Jason's wedding.
Yeah, but no, I don't know. I think for as long as I can remember, I have always respected that Mater never cared what anybody else thought that would drive her to dye her hair. So I just thought, I thought it was always awesome. She just embraced her beauty. And we were always commenting, Mater's beautiful.
I don't dye my hair, though, to please other people. Like, I just did it for... any time that I have done it, I've done it just for fun.
I've always thought... Well, not for the first, like, low lights and stuff that you did before, but I guess more recently, only because I have heard you talk about your amount of grays that you have seen in your hair. I didn't know that it was just for fun. Really, I thought it was more to help your husband feel better about his hair.
No, Justin was doing like a platinum blonde, and he was actually bleaching his hair. I did not bleach my hair because I told them I didn't really want to do that, so they ended up dyeing it. And I don't think I'd ever go this light again. And I am missing my brown hair at the moment. But no, I did it for fun.
Your brown? You miss your regular.
Yeah, I miss my natural hair. But I have dyed it 2 other times, I think, in my life during college years and first couple marriage years, maybe. And that was for fun. But no, it was not for the grays that I had.
Yeah. No, honestly, I thought it was mainly too.
It was because Justin was doing this to his hair, and I was like, well, he can't be the only one having fun because both of our boys are just 2 little blonde boys, and so we were just like a little blonde family for the year. That's why I did it. But yeah, I don't think I'll do it again.
Yeah. Well, one, the transition of going in and out of whatever, like, it's never fun. So, like, how you're saying you hate your hair and you miss the natural whatever. Yeah. It's just because it's in the transition state.
Maybe.
I would think.
Anyway, I'm just saying, out of the family, I'm the one who's dyed the hair. So if we were to ask any of the family, who would you think has a tattoo or had a tattoo or would get a tattoo? I think
you'd be
all of our siblings and parents would assume me.
Yeah. Probably.
I am just the youngest, and it's like what people my age do. I don't know. But
It's what people my age do.
So we also just are people that Angela and I only have our ears pierced. Just, little single lobe hole. The lobe hole.
We always have to prick through. Honestly, had to do it like a week or 2 ago.
I haven't had to do it since our other conversation. But I got these fun little, I don't know what they're called, but they're fun little earrings that are like a bar that go up your earlobe, so it makes you look like you have more. But it's just one, and it just goes up. And I remember wearing these to some dinner with mom and dad, and dad was just talking to me but kept looking at my ears, and I was waiting for him to say something, and eventually he did. And he's just like, so what's going on here? What do you have in your ears? And I was like, oh, I got my ears pierced like multiple times. He didn't know. I told him I got more ear piercings. And he was just like, I mean, okay, like do whatever. You're an adult, I guess. I was just like, Dad, chill, and moved it. I was like, it's just one earring, and it's just his reaction was just so funny, and he was so easily persuaded that I had gotten more piercings and holes in my ears, which I don't think would even be the worst thing I could do. So I could only imagine if I told him I got a tattoo.
I know. I don't know. I guess from a looks perspective, I'm very simple. I don't care to try to do...
I have also these ear cuffs that pretend...
Yeah, I think I've seen your... Yeah, the ear cuffs
you can
before.
pretend that you have cartilage pierced, and they just like pinch onto you.
Yeah.
I should wear one of those in front of Dad one time. Be like, oh, I got my cartilage pierced. Didn't you know? Maybe at Christmas.
Yeah.
Mom, if you listen to this one first, don't let Dad listen. She's like, what are you doing to your dad? But yeah, have many friends with tattoos, many friends with good ones and bad ones.
Yeah, I like the ones that blend. The ones that have like an obvious picture cuff or something, I just don't love the look.
Like if they were doing a sleeve and just specifically...
Yeah, and it just like stops with this line somewhere. Like
because they probably have to cover it with a sleeve.
Yeah, like I understand that, but I mean, I just saw someone who had like a picture of... It just looked like a rectangular, image on his chest. And I'm like, it doesn't look great. I like the ones that blend more.
I know if I were to get one, I'd want it in a...
hideable spot.
Inconspicuous? I just know if I were to get one, I'd want it in a non-obvious spot, hidden-ish, and it would be small. I'm not getting a big tree on the side of my...
No tiger's eye.
Nothing on the side of my whole abdomen ribs. I also just don't think my pain tolerance will be great.
Now that you say it, I'm like, your pain tolerance is just not gonna...
What do you mean?
You're gonna need an epidural.
Okay, giving birth is very different than getting a tattoo. I would like to think.
I don't know. I've never had one. But I do think it'll be easier than birth.
Is I have done other things for beauty. I've done laser hair removal and plucked my eyebrows.
I guess I should Google a tattoo
what a needle would be
like versus like a wax.
Is that the most painful thing you've done?
No, birth is the most painful thing I've done.
True, you did not get an epidural.
So I'm like, I could totally get a tat. I'm just like...
I did laser hair removal, and that was not comfortable, but not like I didn't stop it.
Yeah, I guess I'm curious the pain of laser hair removal versus a wax, because that's like the only other painful thing that I've done.
And I know you'd have to do it somewhere like fatty too, I think, because if it's right next to a bone, obviously that would
I don't think I'd be getting it on my arm or anything. I don't know. I'll think about it.
Like I've seen some nice ones behind the ear.
Yeah,
but I feel like that will hurt because it's your skull.
Thanks for that anatomy lesson.
Let us know, guys. Where do you get your tattoos that are less hurtful and somewhat hidden and small enough to look nice?
What you're missing is Ashley
looking at
it less than a dime sized.
It's like a quarter.
Now she's made it larger. A quarter sized
silver dollar
that she has to put her acronym of.
Hey, you could write. Now I'm thinking about that smiley face.
Honestly, mater, there could be something there. Gotta have her draw it.
Yeah. Anyway, you can follow us at sister.rooy, ROOY, on Instagram or on Facebook.
Yeah, give us a like, follow. We'd love it.
Send tattoo ideas in the comments. Maybe Angela will get a picture of Mo.
I will not. I would much rather get the kangaroo Sister Rooy than Mo.
Well,
but I do
good.
love Mo.
Until next time.
Bye.
Bye.